as soon as using SSMS SQL Server Management Studio, you are connecting to the underlying database, you will see the Object Explorer. So let me just disconnect and as soon as I do the connection, so this is the Object Explorer pane you can find here. By any chance, suppose you have closed it, so you can go to the view menu option, and here you can see the Object Explorer. The shortcut to the Object Explorer is F8. So either you can click here, or let's close it, and I'm just going to press the F8, and here I can see this one. So it will as you are connected here, so it will point you to the currently highlighted node, which will show you the server name along with your logged in username. Here I have connected to the Windows authentication mode, so I can see my Windows authenticated mode username. You can connect to the multiple server as well, localhost, so everything will come within this Object Explorer. Let's say I'm going to connect to the another server, everything is the localhost. These are the just the different way to connect to the localhost. So I can see I have connected to four different way to the localhost, and here you can see 4 different nodes. Let me disconnect the others and let's concentrate on one. So this is your server. Beneath this there are different nodes. So as a SQL developer, mostly you will be working on the database node, security, some little bit on the always on, and the SQL Server agent. If you expand the databases, you will see all the databases available within this server, or the database which you have access to view and do the query. There may be the chances that there are lots of database within in this instance, but if you don't have access to view or perform any operation, you may not be able to view some of the databases. So it's totally depends upon the permission. So as soon as you expand this database node, you will see all the accessible database. There is a system database. If you expand this node, you will see all the 4 system databases. There are in SQL Server we have 5 different databases. 4 you can see here, and 5th one is resource, which is not visible. Now coming to the another node, security. Basically you will be more interested in the login and the credential. So login is the login allow you to log into this server, and there is a user. User will be mapped to login. So user is specific to the database, and login is specific to the server. So as a developer, you may be interested in login. So and credential is basically once you are going to run any SQL agent job against some other user or credential, like your service account or some other user. So you can create your own credential here, and you can use this credential in the subsequent job or running the SSIS packages. So these are the most important thing as a SQL developer. You will look into login and credential. Then coming to the server objects, you will more interested in linked server is allow you to make a connection to another server. That server may be the SQL server or other server like Oracle or MySQL as well. Replication and polybase replication. If you want to create a publisher subscriber model, you can go to this node, but as a developer you will hardly come across replication these days. Always on is widely used. Always on came into SQL Server from SQL Server 2012 onward. Here you will have one primary node and one or more than and one secondary nodes. So to make your SQL Server highly available, there will be always one server available, which will be the primary. Suppose your primary server is going down, your one of the secondary server will become the primary. So like this, you will achieve the high availability of your server. For that purpose, you can use this always on management. If you are coming to the management node here, you will mostly working on the SQL Server logs. So here you can find the logs. If you want to see the detail, you can right click and you can view the SQL Server logs. It will give you very intuitive detail here. In very readable format, you can see all the logs. Suppose you want to verify this archive log, this particular stuff, so it will give you all the message detail in very readable format. Then as a developer, you may be interested in the database mail. Here you can set up your database mail and do the test setting, and using this setup database mail, you can use this in your SQL agent job to automatically trigger any email. So as a developer, mostly you will be looking into the SQL Server logs and database mail if required. Coming to the integration service catalog, if you have any SSIS package, you can explore this integration service catalog. Here you have SQL Server agents. SQL Server agents, in my here you can see this red cross sign. It means this is disabled. If you right click and if you want to start it, just click from here and it will ask you it will prompt you a couple of screen. Just click on the yes, and within a minute, if everything works well, it will be up and running and it will change its color to the green. Yes, you can see here now my SQL Server agent services running. Then we have XEvent Profiler. If you want to see the profiler as a standard profiler, or if you want to trace all the running T-SQL script within your database, you can just right click here and launch the session. It will launch the session. Let me show you quickly. Here you can't see anything because this is on the local and there is no query running on. Let me just open the new query window and now come here. So as soon as I open the new query window, you can see it started logging. Yeah, so this is also very helpful. So this is all about the Object Explorer. Let's move to the next section where we will try to explore different menu items. Thank you.